So welcome cruise fans. Whether you're hopping aboard a colossal party boat or a modest sea canoe, there are oodles of secrets to make your cruise more thrilling than a pirate's treasure map. So I'm Nautica Tide, your compass through the vast ocean of cruise wisdom here at Cruise Robot. Let's face it, cruising is a blast, but it can also cost you a pretty penny, so finding ways to save money is key. So these 9 nifty quick tips are crafted to save you both cash and sanity, making sure your cruise goes smoothly. So hoist your wisdom life vest as I spill the beans on making your seafaring days as breezy as a tropical cocktail. Before we dive headfirst into this ocean of advice, if this video tickles your funny bone or enlightens your journey, give it a thumbs up. I'm not above a little flattery, and if you haven't embarked on the subscription voyage yet, now's your chance. So let's hoist the sails and plunder my treasure trove of 9 sizzling quick cruise tips sprinkled with practical nuggets to keep you shipshape. What are some insider tips that cruise lines prefer you not to know? I'm not suggesting anything wild or against the rules, but once you learn what I'm about to share, you'll save a ton of money and discover some cruising secrets that most people aren't aware of, allowing you to enjoy your trip in ways the cruise line was hoping you wouldn't find out about. Let's dive on in. Number 1, eating is a significant part of your cruise, and if you're in the main dining room, one tip is you can order more than one entree. Cruise lines dislike food waste and take steps to reduce it as it costs them money. So reducing food waste helps lessen the overall environmental impact of cruising, which greatly concerns the lines. One way to reduce waste is by serving relatively small portions in the dining room. So if you have a large appetite, you can order another entree in the dining room. This is usually no issue, although some lines have started charging a small fee, about $5 a plate. And still, if you're hungry or want to try my every couple of dishes, don't hesitate. This also applies to appetizers and desserts. Number 2, this next tip may vary from line to line and cruise to cruise, but we used it on most of our trips. When booking your cruise, you'll choose a boarding time. These times help spread out guests during the boarding window to prevent long lines when boarding opens. Sometimes the time you want is unavailable or it doesn't fit your schedule, requiring you to wait before arriving at the port. From my experience, staff seemed less concerned about your assigned boarding time. I've arrived early and had to wait, but not recently. Nowadays, your boarding time is rarely checked. And so while I'm not advising you to arrive very early, if you do reach the port before your specified time, you'll likely be able to board right away. Number 3, if you've ever cruised before, you know cruise lines love to promote their drink packages. For one set price, you can sip on unlimited drinks at the bars, restaurants, and even on the cruise line's private islands. It's a perfect way for avoiding those pricey bar tabs. But if you're paying the full price, it can be a bit tricky to get your money's worth. For instance, with a drink package priced at $95 a day before gratuity and cocktails at $14 and beers at $8, you'd need to enjoy 7 cocktails or 12 beers each day on a 3-day cruise just to break even. While that might be fun for a short trip, keeping up that pace on a longer cruise can be tough. Plus, there are a few rules. If you buy a package, your cabin buddy has to get one too, even if they're not really into drinking and you need to purchase it for every day of the cruise, even if you're off exploring a port. So there are occasional deals on their websites and some folks do manage to get their money's worth, but generally the cost and rules make it a bit challenging to come out ahead. Number 4, every cruise line has a little convenient shop for those oh no moments stocked with essentials like a toothbrush, mouthwash, deodorant, or aspirin. But here's a money-saving tip. Try to avoid buying from there, unless it's an absolute must, because the prices can be quite high. I like to travel with my own kit of over-the-counter meds, so I'm ready for anything from a toothache to headache, upset tummy, or sunburn. It's also super handy to have these goodies in your cabin in case something pops up in the middle of the night when the shop is closed. If you can wait, ports of call often have small pharmacies and shops where you can grab what you need for a fraction of the cost compared to the ship. Number 5, cruise lines love to offer balcony cabins because they come with a cozy little space where you can soak up the sun, enjoy the view, and breathe in the fresh sea air. While these rooms are delightful, they do come with a heftier price tag. If you're dreaming of a balcony, go ahead and treat yourself, but for shorter cruises, you might find you don't use it as much as you think. You'll likely be busy exploring the ship and ports, so it might be better to save those extra dollars. For a 5-day trip, it's a bit of a toss-up, but on cruises lasting 6 days or more, splurging on a balcony could be worth it so you can fully relax and enjoy the downtime. Even though the cruise lines might not agree, I'd suggest keeping your cash for shorter cruises and using it for more fun activities instead. So number 6, you're usually given a set dinner time, which can sometimes be a bit of a hassle. Typically, you've got 3 options: 5:30, 8:30, or anytime dining. Honestly, if I had to wait until 8:30 every night for dinner, I'd probably be a bit grumpy on a cruise. Plus, evening events like theatre shows might clash with your assigned meal time. But here's a friendly tip: you can actually dine in the dining room whenever you like. Just pop in and ask for a table. It's almost like having anytime dining, even if you've got a set time. Sometimes there might be a little wait while others get seated first, but you won't be turned away. Cruise lines do prefer if you stick to your schedule for their planning, but I personally love having that bit of flexibility. Number 7, here's a fun tidbit that cruise lines might not shout from the rooftops, but seasoned travellers know well. Ships in the same fleet can vary quite a bit depending on when they were built. Cruise ships can last up to 25 plus years, and over time, they've seen some amazing upgrades in technology and amenities. So even if you book the same cruise with the same company during the same season, your adventure might feel different depending on the ship. Plus, opting for an older ship instead of a brand new one can often give you the same vacation at a friendlier price, which is a smart way to save while still enjoying a fantastic vacation. Think of your ship as your cozy home away from home, playing a key role in your journey. Personally, I adore the charm of smaller, older ships with their laid-back vibe, while others might be drawn to the buzz of larger, newer ones packed with activities and attractions. In the end, it's all up to you, but just keep in mind that cruise lines might not always highlight these differences, so it's good to be in the know. Number 8. If you're dreaming of a cruise to a private paradise, you're in for a treat. Every cruise line has these dreamy spots, and they often top the itinerary charts, especially if you're setting sail from sunny Florida. They're famous for their breathtaking beaches where you can enjoy a whole day of relaxation, and they do offer cruise lines a chance to boost the profits with enticing extras like beach clubs, water parks, and cozy cabanas. But here's a friendly tip: think of these private island days as a chance to enjoy some fun in the sun without spending too much. Save your pennies for adventures at non-private ports where exploring might not be as budget-friendly unless you book a tour. Number 9. Thinking about setting sail on a cruise soon? Here's a last little nugget of wisdom for you. When you pop onto a cruise line's website, you'll often spot a sale with a countdown timer that seems super urgent. But don't worry, these deals are pretty much always available. Once the timer runs out, the offer might get a teeny tweak and then reappear, usually just as good as before. Sometimes it doesn't even change and just gets a time extended label, so no need to rush into booking because of a sale. Don't worry, there's always another one just around the corner. And thanks for sailing with us. I hope you've snagged some secrets that the cruise lines would prefer to keep locked in Davy Jones' locker. For more nautical nuggets, dive into the other videos on this channel. We're all ears for your high seas tales. Spill your stealthy cruise hacks and hilarious mishaps in the comments. If this video tickled your fancy or added a dash of wisdom to your wanderlust, give us a thumbs up. Who doesn't love a little encouragement? And if you haven't hit the subscription button yet, now's the perfect moment to jump on board. Until we meet again, may your next cruise be as easy as an otter floating on a pool raft,